comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good, but man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal, and this is ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game away.
And the Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Ward. Using the quick game. Stopped after making the catch. Line getting set on 2nd down.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on 1st down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on 1st down and just letting him go to work to set up 2nd and short?
Throwing right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
A quick pass to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. He'll pull it on the read. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Out of the gun, the running back has it. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown, Alabama! They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Canes in the hurry-up. Quarterback checking off. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Fires to the right. It's complete. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
What a play call in a 2-minute situation. They find the shot opportunity, and they take advantage of it, flipping the field. They've now put themselves in a chance to come back and win this thing.
To the air on first down. He wants a big play here late. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the missed connection, it's second down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Pulls it in. It's Restrepo. Gets away from one. He's got space. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And that right there might be the play that they look back on if they end up winning this game as the key play in the game. In a 2-minute situation trailing, you're just trying to get a completion to get the momentum going, but they come up with a huge explosive play, and that might be the one that wins the game.
The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Takes the easy one to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Miami! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with the QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There is plenty of time time here, David, to finish this thing off. They just need to execute wisely.
Plenty of time. I got to understand a field goal is not the worst thing in the world. Let's be smart here. Use the clock, stay aggressive, but don't get reckless, Paul.
And don't be afraid to go back to the well. What's been working for you in offense up to this point? Don't be afraid to go out and try and execute those plays here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Snap it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here it will be a 60-yard attempt. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's reeled in. It's Hale. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a performance today.
Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. A 3rd and long coming up here. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. It's good. Under 60 seconds to go, and we are all tied up.
Man, that is a massive field goal. So much pressure on him. With just a couple of seconds left here in the game, he knocks it through the uprights. It looks like this thing's going into overtime as long as your defense does not completely screw this thing.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Fast motion from the offense. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Looking down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Off he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to pass, it's Ward. Coming after him. Keeps the legs moving. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. And with that turnover, time has expired here in the 4th quarter, but there is more football ahead. Overtime is coming. So here comes our first play of overtime. Trying to start the drive with a pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
After misfiring, it's second down. The run from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Great running backs consistently make people miss. And he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Miller. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won third down and forced him on fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes a grab enough for the first. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously.
If he runs this back, this game's over. And the takeaway is the exclamation point, the game saver for the win. And, man, just a soul-crushing turnover by this offense here in overtime.
It's so tough throwing the ball down in this area of the field, right? The windows are so much smaller, and they open and they close so much quicker. You've got to be so precise with timing and accuracy if you're the quarterback. And that time, it came back to bite him. Just didn't execute well enough.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Carr. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The inside handoff. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, they're going with a run-pass option. Look, they're trying to get that first down. They hand it off, just not able to get it. It was a nice effort by the back, but ultimately now forcing fourth and short. If I'm on offense, I think I'm staying on the field and going for this again.
They'll try to walk it off with a long field goal here in overtime. Right down the middle. The kick is good. A game winner in overtime. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away here, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, Dave.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Rece Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome. Back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Rece Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. Both teams have been building toward this one for a while, and it is here. A top 5 clash between two powers. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Ducks will put total leather and we'll get started. Bringing it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Will take over. First and 10.
A first down for the offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. At the 35, he's open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Gets it out quickly. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to throw, it's Ward. Wide open downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Right down the middle. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snags it, and he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
We knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field, and right out of the gate, first drive, they go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one.
And the Canes line it up with a 1st and goal. to the tight end. He gets it in. Touchdown, Hurricane. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. Going for a big play right off the bat. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you...
He's loose. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Quarterback will audible. Dropping back, it's Ward. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. The Canes moving quickly to the line. He wants to pass it on second down. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 14, Oregon 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give from the gun. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that done.
Looking for room. It's James. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. The freshman able to get home with the sack. 4th down, and the clock keeps dwindling away, and they'll try to get the snap off quickly. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires one high and deep. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. He wants to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof, if you get up now, you dang sure going to feel them later.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, the short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Allen. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Miami.
And in the closing moments of the 1st half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Between the uprights, it's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime.
Miami, 17.
Canes will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense.
He unleashes a long one. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. So they've got the lead down to 10 here. A little more interesting as they're set to kick it away. Fair catch, called for and made. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
To the air, it's Ward. Finds his tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. On 4th down, going to the air. Unloads to the right. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down and 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Fighting off the defender. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. You get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game.
Miami, 17, Oregon.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 36, set to kick this one away.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Clock winds inside a minute to play here in the 3rd. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Give to the running back. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to throw, it's Ward. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. The offense in hurry-up mode. To the ground with the back. Running with power. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Miami, 17, Oregon, 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quick pass on the fly motion. Dances away from one. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Running back goes in motion. To the air, it's Ward. Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Finds his man. It's Allen. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. Two-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks!
Number 15.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21.
Miami.
Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the fourth quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a two-possession game.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Looking for a man. It's Ward. Steps away to find some room. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback checking the play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Miami!
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
Hey, it's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers involved now if you're going to win this game.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. He's going to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. One more play to pad the stats. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.